You know it's a Fox film when you hear Alfred Newman's Street Scene, the most familiar musical composition in all film noir. It was used, I'm guessing, at least 10 times, just in crime pictures. In the original script by Ben Hecht and Charles Lederer, Nick dies at the end. Studio boss Darryl Zanuck changed it, fearing the film was too downbeat. And that wasn't all that was lightened up. You may have heard the narration mention Maria, Nick's wife, and wondered where she was. The script contained a couple of crucial scenes with her, scenes that were shot and included in the initial cut of the film. First, Maria is visited by Nick's cohort, Pete Rizzo, who rapes her while Nick is in prison. And that was followed by a startling scene only alluded to in the final cut, in which Maria commits suicide by gassing herself in the kitchen oven. Now, I'm unsure if these cuts were made by Zanuck or demanded by the Production Code Office, which wasn't keen on depicting rape or suicide. And Patricia Morrison performed all of this, and then had the misfortune of her only scenes in the film being cut. Morrison was snakebit as a movie actress. She was set for her breakout role in 1942's This Gun for Hire at Paramount, her wardrobe designed and tailored by Edith Head. Only days before the start of the production, all the outfits were retailored for Veronica Lake, whom the studio thought had better on-screen chemistry with co-star Alan Ladd. But you don't have to feel sorry for her, though. In 1948, Cole Porter chose her for the lead in the Broadway production of Kiss Me, Kate, and Morrison left Hollywood for the legitimate stage, where she had a long and hugely successful career and life. She lived to be 103. The impact Richard Widmark's performance had on popular culture actually exceeded the popularity of the film, which, despite good reviews, was not the huge hit Fox was hoping for. But in college fraternities around the country, Tommy Udo clubs sprang up, celebrating his psychotic chauvinism. As gross as that sounds today, it's easy to see the appeal. Widmark's casual sadism was something entirely new on movie screens. There's no denying the man's charisma or the squirmy pleasure audiences got from his menacing death stare and crazed hyena cackle. Even other actors were seduced. Ida Lupino left Warner Brothers to make Roadhouse at Fox when she was promised Widmark would be her co-star. Actors loved the dangerous energy he brought to the set, and that he was nothing like that in real life, where he earned a reputation as one of the nicest guys in the business. As for Kiss of Death's most famous scene, I learned an interesting bit of trivia from Colleen Gray. While Mildred Dunnick starts that famous tumble down the stairs in her wheelchair, it's actually Colleen Gray's husband, dialogue director Rodney Amato, who took the spill for the reverse angle shot. Amato was a jack of all trades in the picture business, but I found it kind of amazing that Henry Hathaway would let somebody other than a stuntman take that fall. But Colleen assured me it was true, and that Amato proudly showed off the bruises he'd absorbed. Small price to pay for cinematic immortality, even if it is anonymous. Colleen's recollection of Henry Hathaway, well, they were mixed. She'd been warned about Screaming Henry, who'd had a reputation for a short fuse and raging temper. And sure enough, his reaction to her very first scene had her running to her trailer in tears. Hathaway apologized, at least privately, and from then on, Colleen said he behaved like a big teddy bear. And it's worth noting that although Hathaway did not want Richard Widmark in this movie, and the actor and director were often at odds during production, they buried the hatchet. Hathaway directed Widmark in 4 more pictures, and the actor ended up being a pallbearer at Hathaway's funeral in 1985. I mentioned at the top that several performers made their screen debuts in this picture. In addition to Richard Widmark and Colleen Gray, eagle-eyed fans may have spotted Susan Cabot as an extra in one restaurant scene and Jesse White as a taxi driver. Well, that's it for this week. Share some holiday cheer with fellow Noir Alley fans on the Noir Alley Facebook page and Twitter feed, and then let's reconvene next week for what some fans consider the ultimate example of film noir, Detour, featuring a performance by Ann Savage that's a ferocious female counterpart to Tommy Udo. Until then, I wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday. Stay safe. Try to stay sane.